Do aliens exist, and are they among us? Are weird creatures lurking in the darkness? Do evil entities hide in the shadows of your bedroom while you sleep? Join us as we explore all this and more on the Warped Reality Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Warped Reality Paranormal Podcast, Season 6, Premiere, Episode 1. I'm Ghost Joe.
And I'm Kreepy Kid.
Woohoo!
Oh, snap. It's kicking off in
There
here.
you go. I love this thing. Listen, guys, it's a new season. We got some cool things planned, at least for this show. I don't know about any other show. But
Yeah, we're not
this show.
big planners.
No. Well, look who's talking. You have like a spreadsheet of stuff for the next 10 years. I fly by my pants. I don't know what the hell I'm doing tomorrow.
I actually do have a spreadsheet, a rather large one. Pretty sure there's a joke in there, like that's what she said. Or
Yeah,
something
I was going to go that way. And I'm like, you know what? It's a new season. No, that's not true. That's what she said.
Let's just do it because it's fun. Let's just have fun.
That's it, man. So this episode is going to be about haunted Hollywood, right? Some of the crazy stuff that happens in Hollywood, as far as haunted wise, of course, because that's what we do here. But actually, what was that? Was that me?
I think it was a ghost.
Oh, maybe. So, speaking of, let's talk about Sin Schrader Hill.
Oh, yeah. That's really cool.
She put us in her new book.
She did.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, we are in there. We have a whole little section because of what happened on our show with the EVPs and all that. So it's pretty awesome. A tip of the hat to Sin Schrader Hill.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I can't wait I'm definitely going to get it and read it. And it's called It's Not Goodbye Part 2, More Signs from Beyond. And she's awesome, man. I honestly, I can't wait to have her back on the show. I know we just had her on, but I would make her a regular. I mean, if we could.
She's a lot of fun.
Yeah. She was just so cool. We have a lot of cool interviews coming at you soon too. Hopefully we could get some more lined up. And yeah, man. But I wanted to come at you guys with a little bit of paranormal news real quick. By the way, if you wanted to hear a lot of paranormal news, you can check out our website at warpedrealityparanormal.com. We have a whole section of paranormal news for you guys to check out, which a lot of sites do not have. So you're definitely going to want to check that out.
Check it out.
Absolutely. So if you've been living under a rock, right, you've heard of the Conjuring House, right? But now let me do a little distinction here, because a lot of people get these two places confused. A lot of people get the Conjuring House and Ed and Lorraine Warren's house / occult museum mixed up. A lot of times they think it's one and the same, and it's not. The Conjuring House is in Rhode Island, which, was the basis of the first Conjuring movie about the Perron family. And Ed and Lorraine Warren's house was Ed and Lorraine Warren's house, and that's in Connecticut. And they have their occult museum there. So the Conjuring House has been under a lot of scrutiny lately. The owner I guess she's not the owner anymore, but she was just a real terrible person, man. And a lot of things happened with her, and she was defaulting on all of her loans and all of her bills and stuff like that. She even accused her workers of stealing from her by saying that she knows that they did it because the former owner came to her as a ghost and told her that they were stealing from her. She's even said that Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters has been stalking her and harassing her.
Okay.
Like crazy stuff. So anyway, this house was in default, and it was supposed to go on auction on, of all days, Halloween of this year. but it's since been canceled after a mysterious buyer secretly purchased the loan. Now, mind you, they purchased the loan of the mortgage. They didn't purchase the actual house. So it's not the auction, but they purchased the loan from the bank. So we don't know who did it. Nobody knows yet.
It's confusing.
Yeah, and Jason Hawes has a GoFundMe to try and raise money so we could, so the people could try and get it, and it could be, still in good hands, because he's afraid that the wrong person is going to get it, and it's just going to be a cash grab for people.
You know what I saw, and it must have been wrong, but I saw that Nick Groff bought it.
Is he from Ghost Adventures?
Yeah, he was on Ghost Adventures. He left, and which makes him awesome. But because God, the douchebaggery on that show, they just can't. I know we talk about it to death, but it really. I mean, I just watched the new commercial. Like they had a commercial out, and anyway.
There's a new season coming out, right? I think there's a new season coming out.
Yeah,
of our buddy Zach Bagels.
He's so awesome, that guy.
Yeah, so we're patiently waiting right now to see who actually bought this house, bought the mortgage from this place, and hopefully it's good. On the other side, what were you gonna say?
So what's the difference if you buy the house or buy the mortgage? What I don't understand.
I honestly don't understand either. I know that if you go to Jason Hawes' Facebook page, he has a bunch of videos. I respect Jason because I feel like he's in it for the right reasons, and he's the OG of the paranormal shows,
Yeah. You know what I don't like about Jason Hawes?
What's that?
The Grecian formula he's been using lately in his beard. It drives me crazy, dude.
Is that what it is? I thought he's just been dyeing it.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's a men's hair dye.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty noticeable, but it looks terrible. Just go gray, dude.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of us. Just age gracefully like the rest of us. No.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking fella,
Yeah, I'm not going all the way in there, but the Grecian formula probably helps that and make him look about 20 years younger.
Right. But anyway, we all know that the Ed and Lorraine Warren house was purchased by comedian Matt Rife and I'm gonna forget his name, Casti. I don't remember his name.
I can't help you.
But Matt Rife, the comedian, was part owner that just bought the Ed and Lorraine Warren house. And now that's another misconception too. A lot of people have been saying, oh, well, he owns Annabelle now. He does not. Tony Spira still owns everything in that Ed and Lorraine Warren museum. They are technically legal guardians of everything in that museum for the next 5 years. And that's how it actually is.
He just bought the house. Are they leaving all that in that house?
Yeah. And they're actually going to start opening it back up again for tours and for people to stay overnight and to do all that stuff again.
Okay.
Now, I don't know how the community or the neighborhood is going to feel about that. But, I guess when you have celebrities doing the stuff with a lot of money, they could get things done, just as long as he doesn't hike up the price and make it like impossible for regular people to do it, You know
what I say to the community? Should have got an HOA, bitches. Okay, that was terrible. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Who cares, man? Make the money. Give it back to the community, which I hear he's going to do. He's planning on doing, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just see him, on TikTok. He's hysterical for his crowd work. He's really funny. But from what I've been told, he is very much into the paranormal. Like it's not just a cash grab for him. Like they are committed to restoring everything in that house the way it used to be.
Nice.
And to making it, just as great as it was. So I really like that. I think that's a good thing, So hopefully everything works out with that. But what else do we have here, sir? Oh, so I'm going to forget that. Bonanzaville in North Dakota launched public paranormal investigations throughout October, allowing visitors to explore the haunted lore of its historic buildings. And I don't really care about that, so I don't know why I read it. But
Bonanzaville is a real name of a place?
Bonanzaville, that's correct. Bonanzaville.
Bonanzaville. Come on, man.
Yeah, Bonanza.
Come on.
No, I'm not going to do that. We'll get sued.
Maybe.
The San Antonio Paranormal Fest showcased a Guinness World Record holding collection of more than 1,800 Casper the Friendly Ghost memorabilia items. So that's something.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, but did you know that more than 60 UFO sightings were reported across New York State in the first half of 2025? And I didn't see a freaking one of them. What the hell, man?
What are you doing, bro?
I don't know. Like 60? Come on, man. I should have been able to see at least one. What the hell?
Yeah, agreed.
That pisses me off, man.
You're not looking.
I guess not. I thought I was, but I guess not. And then over 130 Bigfoot sightings have been recorded in Pennsylvania, with new reports as recent as March 2025.
Nice.
Yeah.
PA is big for Bigfoot over there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, how about this one, though? A California state legislator proposed a bill to make Bigfoot the official state cryptid.
Okay, cool. I like it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it would be recognized alongside the state's official symbols like the grizzly bear and poppy.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Totally. So yeah, man, that's my little quick news thing there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. So, you know. Thank you. I was looking for that button. Thank you.
Yeah. I got you, man.
I was actually looking for that button.
I struggled too. I went into settings and it messed it all up, but I got it. We made it.
I gotta put a button on there with some booze too, or the very pitiful, like the one person clap.
This is what you'll hear after most of my jokes. Okay, we're done playing with technology now. I love it.
You've done a really bad thing, sir. You've done a horrible thing.
Talked you into getting a Roadcaster.
Yeah. No, I actually really enjoy it, man. It's a lot to get to know, though. You know, like I feel like I don't really, you know, on its surface, it just could be a regular, like, you know, audio interface, but there's so much to it, you know?
Yep.
So, all right, man. So let's get started with this haunted Hollywood thing, man. We've been messing around the past 10 minutes, so let's do this. So
let's do it.
Why don't you start it off, sir?
All right. Well, after I cleared my throat there, that wasn't a button on the Roadcaster. That was me clearing my throat. So okay, I'm going to start with the top on my list here, the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. It is one of LA's most famous haunted hotspots. It's a golden age palace. It's been home to countless paranormal encounters since it opened in 1927. Some things that you can find there, maybe run into there, are Marilyn Monroe's spirit allegedly haunts a full-length mirror by her poolside suite. It's displayed near the elevator on the lower level, and guests constantly report seeing a blonde woman's reflection that isn't, of course, their own. Other things are Montgomery Cliffs. Oh my gosh, I really messed that up. Montgomery Clift.
That's okay.
I hate that name. Reportedly haunts room 928. I guess he stayed there during the filming of From Here to Eternity. And guests hear trumpets playing, feel cold spots, and sense someone touching their shoulders. The hotel hosted the first ever Academy Award ceremony in 1929, and which isn't haunted, but it's kind of a cool little thing there. the staff and guests constantly report hearing children's laughter near the pool area. And they attribute this to a young girl who drowned there decades ago. There's also security footage that has captured strange anomalies and shadowy figures in the empty hallways, which is kind of cool.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I actually got to see the Roosevelt Hotel. I never went inside, but I got to see it when I was over there many years ago. And it's pretty cool looking from the outside, man.
Yeah, it is a cool looking place.
Yeah, I actually when I was there, I went on a haunted, like a haunted tour, you know. And now, mind you, it wasn't really a haunted tour, but they just kind of drove past some of the places. They drove past the Roosevelt Hotel. They drove past where Sharon Tate's house used to be. They drove past because at the time it was 2009, I believe. So they drove past Michael Jackson's house, which he had just passed away like a few months before we were there. That's cool. Yeah, it was very cool. It was a very cool thing. It was different, you know. It wasn't like the regular celebrity, tour things that you see all the time. So it was very cool.
That's why I'm excited for you to come down here sometime, man, because we'll go to downtown Charleston, which is, chock full of haunted history. And there's actually, I think I've told you, there's horse and carriage ghost hunting or ghost tours, which is really freaking cool. At night, you got, Charleston's awesome. It's really a beautiful city. And all the street, the lamp posts and everything there are all gas. So you got the flames and it's, the ambiance is incredible, man.
Huh. Very cool. Very cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, no, I'd love to come down there. Totally.
Yeah, you dig it.
So did you ever hear about the James Dean, the Little Bastard curse?
Oh, yeah. That's a cool one.
Yeah. So the Little Bastard curse is, it was a name for his Porsche, his 550 Spider Porsche, that he nicknamed Little Bastard. And it was the car that he died in on September 30th, 1955. And Alec Guinness had warned James Dean a week prior that if you get in that car, you will be dead within the week. So I don't know, like that kind of sounds like maybe he cut the brakes or something. I don't know. That doesn't sound very superstitious to me, thinking about that. But, but that's what Alec Guinness had said. And then after the crash, the wreck was sold for parts. And some strange accidents actually followed due to that. Yeah. So Dr. Troy McHenry died when his car, using Dean's parts, hit a tree. The car actually hit a tree. And he died, and it had some of the parts from this car in it. And then Dr. William Estrich, I guess I said that probably wrong, crashed using the engine, but luckily he survived. And then the car's shell was displayed, then mysteriously vanished in the 1960s. And then other incidents, fires, injuries, and transport accidents were linked to the wreck as well. And in 2020, the transaxle, Cutwater, resurfaced and was sold for nearly $400,000. And wow. Yeah, the car's legacy remains one of Hollywood's most infamous cursed items. So that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty cool. I love that story, man, because it's really a creepy thing. Like, I think haunted automobiles are creepy.
Without a doubt, because, that's, we rely on those things, Yeah. So you figure something like that's haunted, that, freaking Christine, yeah. It's nuts. But, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Christine was inspired by this,
Yeah, who knows?
By James Dean's car,
Could be.
So what else you got, man?
I'm going to jump in there, man, because this is one of my favorite haunted Hollywood things. It's, the Manson family murders and all that. You spoke on it a little bit ago, but the Sharon Tate murder house It's one of my favorite little stories because Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails is involved in it. And Trent Reznor is, from one town over from where I grew up in Ohio. And, it's kind of cool. So, Sharon Tate and what was there? 5 other people were killed in the house. Charles Manson sent his minions out and they murdered these people. And I believe Sharon Tate was pregnant at the time too, with, I forget the director, Martin Pelosi, or I forget his name. I don't care. Oh, Roman Polanski. Geez,
Yes.
That's his name.
Yes, Roman Polanski. Correct.
I was almost there. My brain just isn't catching up tonight. But the property had previously been rented by music producer Terry Melcher, who's Doris Day's son. And Manson had targeted Terry Melcher. But Tate and director Roman Polanski were living there at the time, and he didn't know it. So they ended up getting murdered instead. So, fast forward to the 90s, 92, 93, Nine Inch Nails frontman Trent Reznor rented the house, and he recorded the Downward Spiral album inside of that house.
Wow.
Yeah, they say he was unaware of its history at first, but I call bullshit on that. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. But Reznor reported feeling extremely uncomfortable in the house and later said he felt disrespectful for being there. But when he left, now this is a little known story. With all that being said, when he left, he took the front door with him, which had been painted over. And if you remember, they wrote the word pig on the door with Sharon Tate's blood. He took that door with him, and it served as the door to his personal recording studio for years after that.
Wow. I never knew that. That's crazy.
It's kind of cool.
That is cool. He wrote a song called Pig, too, I think. Was that him? Yeah.
March of the Pigs.
March of the Pigs. Yeah.
Subsequent residents reported hearing screams, seeing apparitions, and feeling overwhelmed by dread. The property is known for having unexplained voices, and particularly a woman's cries for help. There are cold spots that would appear in areas where victims were found. And I guess the original house was demolished in 1994 by a new owner, and a mansion was built there. So it really doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Which was the year after Reznor recorded that album. Downward Spiral, which is, I think, one of their best albums. Another house that's connected to that is the Bianca house. The next night, people were murdered in that house. It's still standing there, and it is a private residence now. But I guess there's a lot of paranormal activity there, including unexplained noises and feelings of being watched. The house has been sold numerous times, and I guess it really reduced prices because of its dark history.
Right.
So yeah, those two houses are kind of connected with the Manson family murders. And I guess one of them's still there and it still has activity. So that was a crazy time, man. That was a crazy thing.
Yeah. And he wanted to be what? He wanted to be a Beach Boy, I think, right? Like, wasn't he friends with the Beach Boys, Charles Manson? He used to make music.
Yeah. And one of them, one of them was there and witnessed, at least was there that night. And I don't know if he really witnessed it. It was the one that just died. What the hell was his name?
Brian.
Yeah.
Brian Wilson.
Yep. I don't know if he witnessed it or saw it from afar, but he got out of there just before this happened.
Wow. That's crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Suicide Bridge?
No.
Have you heard of that?
No.
So the Suicide Bridge, now mind you, this isn't directly in Hollywood, but it's very, very close to Hollywood. And it's the Colorado Street Bridge in Pasadena. And it's nicknamed the Suicide Bridge. It's deeply tied to Hollywood through its haunting legacy, right? The bridge was built in 1913, and it spans the Arroyo Seco, and it quickly earned the nickname due to the hundreds of suicides that occurred there, especially during the Great Depression. And it's like a magnet for ghost stories, man, with reports of phantom figures, cold spots, disembodied voices from both visitors and paranormal investigators. And the bridge has appeared in a lot of films, actually, including Charlie Chaplin's The Kid, and was featured in shows like Full House, if you could believe it. Wow. And its haunting aura has inspired Hollywood horror writers, and it's often cited in paranormal documentaries and ghost tour scripts alongside the infamous LA locations like the Cecil Hotel and the Hollywood sign, which we're going to get into that as well, the Hollywood sign. And yeah, the bridge, the legacy, mirrors the dark side of fame. A lot of people went there to jump because they weren't cutting it. They weren't cutting it in the acting business, and they jumped off this bridge for some reason. So
Crazy.
yeah, the Suicide Bridge, it's named. So it's pretty crazy.
It is. So you know who Rudolph Valentino is?
I do. Well, after researching, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was before researching, and he's very, very steeped in Hollywood paranormal lore. He comes up several times. He had a mansion that he called the Falcon's Lair. I guess it was in Benedict Canyon, and it's been plagued by paranormal reports since his death in 1926. I believe he was a silent movie star. They say Valentino himself haunts the property, and he appears in 1920s riding clothes. He had a Great Dane named Kabar, and it's reportedly seen and heard roaming the grounds. Owners have reported feeling unwelcome, as if Valentino doesn't want them there. There's sounds of horses' hooves on the driveway, and there's, of course, no horses present. Windows are said to open and close on their own, and lights turn on and off in empty rooms. Doris Duke bought the property and demolished much of it, but reports of hauntings continue to this day on that land. And visitors report overwhelming feelings of melancholy and loss. So that's one of them that's connected to Rudolph Valentino. I'm sure there'll be a couple more.
Yeah, I mean, I've also heard that witnesses report the scent of cologne and shadowy apparitions and even phantom kisses that they feel while they're there as well.
What kind of cologne did they have in 1926? I'm interested to know this. So was it like raccoon piss? Like, what was it back then? Because
raccoon piss.
I don't know,
damn,
dude,
man.
What do they use for?
Damn, man. Come on, man. They looked good back in those days, man, with the suits and stuff.
Yeah, they looked dapper, but they
bow ties.
They didn't.
Stuff.
Come on, dude. They didn't really have. I mean, running water
outside. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, there was somebody. One of his servants was squeezing some raccoons, and that was the cologne, man. There's some pheromones in there somehow. I'm telling you. I gotta know now. I'm gonna look this up later.
What was the one from Anchorman? the cologne from Anchorman.
I don't remember, dude. That movie is so stupid.
Something Panther, right? Something Panther.
Yeah,
that goes,
yeah.
80% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah. It's great.
Anyway, also, the lady in black, a veiled mourner, is famously visits his crypt annually, and they have no idea who this lady is.
Well, that cemetery that they see her in is the what is it? The Hollywood Forever Cemetery?
Forever Cemetery, yeah, which has a lot of haunted history as well.
Yep, lots of it. You can go on that if you want. Build on that, or I will.
I don't have that. Yeah, go ahead, man. You go for it.
So, Virginia, I don't know what her name is. It looks like Rape to me, but it's probably Rappy. But I'll just say Virginia Rape because it sounds cooler. But it doesn't sound cooler. Yeah, that's
damn.
bad.
Man, that doesn't sound cooler.
No, it doesn't.
You're gonna have to edit
cooler.
that out. See, I thought I was gonna get away with not editing this.
Yeah, we're gonna edit that. Virginia,
we're gonna have to edit that.
Rappy Rape. I don't know what it is. Virginia Rape, whose death led to the Fatty Arbuckle scandal. I have no clue.
You are not good with pronouncing.
How you say
what is it? French? It's French words or something. I don't know what it is with you.
I do suck at French.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't. French sucks anyway. I mean, they say it's the language of love, but I say that's bullshit.
Right. That's what they say, man.
No, you know what the language of love is?
What, Catanese? I don't know.
No. Raccoon piss cologne. That's the language of love.
Oh, well.
I'm telling you spray some of that on. You don't even need to talk, man. You don't need to know French. You don't need to know anything. It's just.
Damn. I'll have to get some of that.
Yeah. It's the way it works.
Plenty of raccoons around here.
Oh, damn. God. Okay. So back to this Forever Cemetery. I'm skipping over the rape name. The ghost of Clifton Webb allegedly appears near his elaborate tomb. I'm going to have to check out this cemetery. Visitors also report camera malfunctions, battery drains, and unexplained orbs in photographs Photographs. Is that a French word? Photographs.
Did you just... Are you drinking too much?
I am drinking, actually. Yes.
Photographs?
I'm drinking. I got some.
Jesus, man.
Okay, so I'll restart that one. Visitors report camera malfunctions, battery drains, and unexplained orbs in photographs. Yes.
Still not editing that out.
Okay,
Go ahead.
that's okay. Okay, so security has documented strange mists and figures on surveillance cameras after hours. Surveillance is a much harder word than photographs, so I don't know how
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Anyway, the cemetery hosts outdoor movie screenings, and some attendees report feeling presences during films. So that's pretty interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, that cemetery has got to have so much stuff going on in it.
Yeah, it's. I need to check that out. I got to look up Virginia Rappe, I got to figure out why her death led to the Fatty Arbuckle scandal. And who was Fatty Arbuckle? Do you know who Fatty Arbuckle is? And why did his parents name him Fatty? That's messed up.
No.
They'd never get away with that in 2025. We're too politically correct.
Fatty? Yeah, no. For sure not.
I bet he wasn't even fat.
No.
Was Fatty Arbuckle fat?
Man.
I got to look this up now. Typing away. That's all I got, man. I'm typing now.
All right. So we got Tyrone Power, and he was from 1914 to 1958. He lived. And so basically he was a dashing star of swashbucklers and courtroom dramas like The Mark of Zorro and Witness for the Prosecution. And he died of a heart attack at 44. That's crazy, man. And at his cenotaph, so yeah, now I'm messing up. People report phantom footsteps and unexplained flickering lights and classic signs of spectral energy manipulation. So that's pretty cool too. Another person that I actually got to see in concert, which was freaking awesome, was Johnny Ramone from the Ramones.
Yeah.
And he lived from 1948 to 2004, and he was the guitarist and founding member of the Ramones, who was an amazing band, man. They were such a good band.
They were.
I don't know if you ever got to see them live.
Nope.
They were, like, when I tell you, bro, like, I saw them at Lollapalooza 96, right? One of the greatest concerts I ever been to. It had them, Soundgarden, Rancid, Metallica. Like, it was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And the Ramones played. And when I tell you, bro, like, they must have played about 30 songs in like a half hour.
Wow.
Because they would play a song and then they'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they'd go into the next song.
That's awesome.
Like, just rapid fire, like, just songs. They were so good, man. I don't care how simplistic their stuff was. It was just amazing. The energy that they had was great, bro. Anyway, so his statue and cenotaph, I guess that's what it's called, radiate rebellious energy, and some claim to hear faint, ghostly punk riffs, like a spectral sound check coming from around his grave.
That's pretty sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Fatty Arbuckle was fat, by the way.
Oh, so it wasn't just a clever name.
No, he was fat. Yeah, he was fat. He had no neck. He's fat.
Oh, so that's yeah. Listen, man, we gotta, we're inclusive. Is that the right word? Exclusive? I don't know.
I don't know. I've drank too much to care.
We like everybody.
We're inclusive.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so I can pull this one off. Yamashiro Restaurant. See, I can do Japanese. Yamashiro Restaurant.
Okay.
So this is a stunning Japanese palace in the Hollywood Hills, and it's served as a restaurant since the 1960s. But its history goes all the way back to 1914. Originally, it was a private mansion built by brothers who imported 600 tons of materials from Japan. They say there's a ghost of a woman in traditional Japanese clothing that is regularly seen on the grounds. Employees report dishes and glassware moving on their own in the kitchen. And during World War II, it was used as a residence for military officers. And some believe this trauma left an imprint. It has a koi pond, and the koi pond is said to be haunted by the spirit of someone who drowned there. Wow, that's interesting.
They drowned in the koi pond?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Wow.
They aren't that isn't that deep, so they must have been really had a few cutwaters.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
Damn.
Diners report feeling watched from empty areas of the restaurant, and the Pagoda Tower has particularly, I can't say that word. The Pagoda Tower has very strong paranormal activity with reports of shadowy figures seen. Okay. Now that I can't say particularly, we're going to really have to edit this bitch.
I'm not editing nothing, man. This is staying just like this.
That raccoon piss is getting to my brain right now. I sprayed some. Wow. While you were doing your last segment, I sprayed some. Ow.
Well, it's a price you got to pay if you want to smell like raccoon piss. Well, I guess.
Like the Canadians say, I guess I'm pissed. Isn't that what they say when they get drunk up there?
Is that what they say?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Canadians?
Yeah.
I have never met a mean Canadian, bro. Like, Canadians are like the nicest people in the freaking planet.
Yeah, they're passive aggressive nice. I worked for Canadians for a long time. Okay. They're very tricky. Like, they do weird things too. Okay, let's talk about this. One time, my boss
We're going to lose all of our Canadian listeners. But go on.
My boss told me to put some decals on the door. Go put the decals on the door. And I said, cool. What the hell is a decal? And he said, the sticker. And I said, why did you call it a decal? And he said, that's what it's called. And I said, it's called a decal. And he goes, well, no, we call it decals. And I said, that's dumb. And then they call semi-trucks semi-trucks. Why? Why do you call it a semi-truck? I don't get it. They say weird stuff. And you know what else they said? He told me he sent me some toques one day for my customers. And I said, toques? That's awesome. That sounds like something you do in your pants when...
Right. What the hell is a toque?
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's a hat. I said, this is a skull cap. This is a hat. And he goes, you damn Americans think everything's a hat. Like, what? It's a hat. It goes on your head, right?
I guess not. It's a toque.
Toque. Come on, toque. Who makes up these words? That's got to be French. How do you spell that?
Well, the Canadians are French, right? There's some French Canadians out there.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah. I don't really know much about history, but, I've heard the term French Canadian before, so.
Joe, if somebody told you to put a decal on the door, would you know what the hell they're talking about?
Absolutely not. I don't have no idea. And I would have done the exact same thing. I was in, what? What the hell are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. And you know what he told me? He said, they have their Thanksgiving like a month before our Thanksgiving here. And I said, why do you guys have, by the way, Canadians take an awful lot of holidays. Like, they have lots of days off.
Okay.
So I said, well, how's come your Thanksgiving is like weeks before our Thanksgiving? He said, because our pilgrims were smarter than yours. What does that even mean, bro? What does that even mean?
Well, they do have a Boxing Day, right? That's like the day after Christmas.
Yeah, but it isn't even cool. You think the day after Christmas, the brothers would beat the shit out of each other and whoever.
Yeah, like you're boxing. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, no, it's something.
No.
It's some dumb thing. I don't know what it is. It's dumb.
All right. Well, now that we lost all of our Canadian listeners, if we had any at all.
Yeah. Canadian.
No, they're too nice. They'll still listen.
They are nice, and they hockey's amazing. I love watching hockey. So,
absolutely. So, did you know one of my favorite singers of all time, and I say that he's probably one of the greatest rock singers up there with Freddie Mercury, to me at least. There's a story about Chris Cornell haunting. Freaking phenomenal, man.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, and so obviously, if you don't know, I mean, you should know who Chris Cornell is, but he was the lead singer of Soundgarden and Audioslave, both freaking phenomenal bands. And, Soundgarden was one of the pioneers of grunge, and Audioslave just kind of took over. Audioslave was Soundgarden with the guys from Rage Against the Machine,
which I had disdain for because I love Rage Against the Machine. And for a long time, I'm like, I hate Chris Cornell because he ruined my band. I hate Chris Cornell because he ruined my band. But really, I mean, they put out good music, so I can't.
Yeah, some of those songs were phenomenal, man. Yeah. Phenomenal. Amazing. I mean, you can't deny how freaking amazing Chris Cornell was.
Yeah, and that band is amazing too. So,
yeah. So, visitors to his grave actually report overwhelming emotional waves, chills, and EVP recordings capturing unexplained voices from around his grave. So that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. He, man, like I can't say enough about Chris Cornell. That one really hit me. That one was probably the last one that hit me before Ozzy that really like messed me up. Yeah. Was when Chris Cornell died.
My wife was very upset.
And Tom Petty. For some reason, I wasn't a huge Tom Petty fan, but
I am.
It's Uncle Tom, man.
I love Tom Petty. I love everything Tom Petty. I love everything about Tom Petty. I love him.
He was amazing. Amazing songwriter. I mean, everything about that guy was freaking phenomenal. That one really hurt me. And I think Chris Cornell and Tom Petty kind of died around the same time.
Yeah.
So that was a rough year. Then Chester Bennington not too far after that or before that or whatever. Yeah. Right around that time too. That was bad too.
And there's all kinds of there's some conspiracy around those two dying too.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, about them because they were
sexually
really
abused as children.
Well, yes, but they were really involved in trying to stop the what do they call that? The ring.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking ring. Yeah. They were really trying to stop that. And they were really involved in both of them.
Yep.
And they both not mysteriously, but they both died like within a month of each other, right? It was like a month or two of each other.
Yeah. They were very good friends too.
Yeah, they were very good friends. And
they died the same way, which is weird.
Yeah. And the thing that I had heard was that Cornell was on like antidepressants. And you know how they always say on the commercials, oh, you could get suicidal thoughts, So apparently that's what they said happened was that he had gotten suicidal thoughts and he acted on it. That's kind of the story that I had heard.
It was right after a show, right? Like right after a show. The same night.
Yeah. And his wife was like, he was in good spirits. He was always happy. Like there was no reason for him to do this,
Dude, Cornell's live
tragic loss,
acoustic shit is some of the most incredible stuff ever.
Did you hear his rendition of I Will Always Love You? Like right after Whitney died. Like it was probably like the day after. It was like the day after. He did a rendition of I Will Always Love You. And oh man, good. Like so good. That dude was phenomenal. I'm so happy I got to see him live, man.
Yeah.
So, So what about, did you hear about Alfalfa?
Alfalfa from the Little Rascals?
Yeah. So Carl Switzer, he was 1927 and 1959. And, of course, Alfalfa, and, they said near his grave, people report eerie childlike whispers and laughter, especially at dusk. And it invokes his lost innocence, basically. Yeah.
Why do you have lost innocence?
I don't know. I don't know. I was not his therapist, sir.
Yeah, I was just curious, like if you're going to make that statement, not you, but,
right.
The research, like follow that up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff that goes on in Hollywood.
Yeah,
man.
Dude. And I mean, people are connected to it. And I think that makes a big difference because we accept all that into our lives. Like it's, you watch a sitcom, right? And you get, or a TV show and you get wrapped up in that character and they become like part of your family almost sometimes, So people have emotional ties to these actors and things, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially people like, I mean, Michael Jackson, Marilyn Monroe. I mean, Elvis, you know, people still, we should probably do a whole show on the, you know, the people that people say are still around, you know, like like people think
Jim Morrison.
Yeah, like Jim Morrison, Michael Jackson is still around, but they're in hiding, and Tupac, all those guys. We should do a whole show about that. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't know, you know, like I guess we have to do more research on why people think this, you know, but I would probably say it's just more of hope, you know, than speculation.
Man. There's been some genuine, you know? Pretty genuine sightings and things like that. So,
did you ever see Dave? Did you hear about? Do you remember Dave? About Michael Jackson?
No,
I'm not stuttering. So, he's Dave was this guy that apparently he knew Michael Jackson very, very well.
Was that his real first and last name?
Apparently.
Oh my God, I would kill.
Everybody knows him as Dave, right?
Okay.
But if you look at this guy, he looks exactly like Michael Jackson.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And apparently he recently just passed away, this Dave guy. Mm-hmm. But they're saying that Dave might actually have been Michael Jackson portraying this other guy, because he sounds and looks exactly like him. And he was even at Michael Jackson's funeral.
Well, there's a big conspiracy around that whole Michael Jackson thing, and I'm not sure what I believe on that, but I love conspiracy, so yeah, it's one of my favorite things.
I like it too. I just try not to get wrapped up into it.
Oh, you can go down some rabbit holes, bro.
Oh, without a doubt.
Maybe that's where they get the cologne from, rabbit holes. No, okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking about this cologne still.
Yeah, I don't know why you're still thinking about it, but hey, you know. Like there's a whole bunch, and I'm not going to go into this because we are not this kind of podcast, but there's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories going on about some political or semi-political figure that just died recently. You know, a whole bunch of conspiracy theories, you know? So it's like, you know, you don't know. I don't know, man, you know, like not talking about what that is, but I just feel like a lot of this stuff, yeah, you know, if somebody was being targeted by a bigger entity that they're scared of, why would they go into hiding for the rest of their lives and just completely like, you know, give up their whole entire life for it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So that's why like conspiracy theories have always been like, I don't know. I mean, some of them are cool. Some of them are crazy to think about. You know, like, have you heard about the Elvis one? About that pastor?
Yeah, Bob, what's his face?
Right, exactly. Bob, what's his face? Yeah. They say that he's actually Elvis.
He sounds like him.
It sounds like him. He even plays guitar like him.
Yep.
You know, and sings like him. And he's mentioned it before, and he even slipped a couple times apparently, saying that his name was Elvis, and then he like changed it real quick and said, you know, whatever. So you never know, you know, like, I don't know, man.
We should definitely do a show on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I definitely would. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, because that's kind of blurring the line between paranormal and conspiracy, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like both, you know, one and the same type of thing.
Plus it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, nobody wants to believe that, you know, these people that were so influential are actually gone, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice to think that they're still around, you know?
It is. Tupac's still releasing albums.
I haven't heard any conspiracy theories about Ozzy yet. Maybe it's too new yet.
Yeah, I think he's dead, though.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead.
Come on, man.
He's dead. He's dead, bro.
Come on, bro.
He's dead.
Damn. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, I know.
Look at you. You know what? I quit this.
Mama, he went home.
No. Damn. All right.
Just
All right.
say-
Jesus.
Just-
Jesus.
He went there. He went there. He said, he went there. He went home.
Oh, man.
Well, hey, it's true.
That was horrible.
Let's not bring Ozzy back.
I would bury Ozzy in the pet cemetery just to bring him back. Okay?
Hey,
that's what I would do.
Speaking of Pet Cemetery,
I'd put him in the pet cemetery and bring him back.
Didn't the Ramones do a song called Pet Cemetery?
They did. Yes, they did.
That song was awesome.
That was awesome. Most of their songs were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I got one more. I got one more for you.
Go ahead. Let's go.
Warner Brothers Studios.
Okay.
It's one of Hollywood's oldest and largest studios and has accumulated countless ghost stories since 1923. Soundstage 16 is notoriously haunted. Crew members refuse to work there alone at night, which is saying a lot. The ghost of a young actor who died on set in the 1930s reportedly appears in period costume. Employees report hearing disembodied voices saying "get out" in certain areas. And the old prop warehouse has particularly intense activity with objects moving on their own. Security footage has captured shadowy figures moving through locked sound stages. And the ghost of a former studio executive is seen walking the executive hallways late at night. Some stages, they say, have cold corners where the temperature drops 15 to 20 degrees without any explanation at all. They say I guess it's pretty haunted. I'd like to check that out sometime. I think it would be cool just to go to a studio. I think it would be cool to go and see all the inner workings of it. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think that would be very cool too. Oh, by the way, if anybody has had any of these kinds of experiences or ever been to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery or been to, Hollywood and have experienced anything, let us know, man. 845-600-0744. Email me at ghostjoeny@gmail.com, or you could let us know on warpedrealityparanormal.com, where we have a specific section just for that. And you could do it anonymously if you want also.
Oh, yeah.
So before we get into the rest of the show, let's check in with Edgegrave Dave and his horrible review on his experience at Six Flags Frightfest.
Horrible reviews with Edgegrave Dave. Oh my gourd, and pumpkins too. It is season 6 of the Warp Reality Paranormal Podcast. I am just been having so much fun. I've been having the time of my life. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to start dancing like Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey here in a ghoulish graveyard. Anyway, season 6. Well, it just so happens that Edgegrave Dave here visited Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, a place that Ghost Joe and I did used to frequent back in the day, and it's been a long time since I've been there. So doing some Edgegrave math, it's been 6 years plus 6 years plus 2 years. You don't just step inside of 14 years. You know what? If I waited any more time, it would be 666 years since I stepped inside Great Adventure, and I went to none other than Frightfest. Ha ha ha. So I figured, you know what? This would make a perfect review because it's still fresh and the ghouls are still in my head. And I got to tell you, Frightfest, from what I remember, has changed a little bit. I figured I would give somewhat of a light overview and talk about my experience there, even if this comes out maybe a little bit after the event is over. This could be some helpful tips that you can keep in mind maybe even next year. All right, guys, by the power of the internet, I actually found a map and attraction list of Frightfest 1999, because that is in fact the last time that I, anyway, had participated in Frightfest.
And though I've been to Six Flags 14 years ago, I was at Frightfest so many years earlier. And at that time, from what I remember, and this confirms it, there was basically, let's see here, there was a hayride, the execution, Dead Man's Party, which is probably like a stage show, Dr. Fright's Final Freakout, and the Dive of Horrors. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 6 different things. 6 things, 6 flags. I think that joke's getting old. Well, what I remember anyway was the hayride and the very, very long line that you had to get in there. And I even do remember special shout out to my cousin Jennifer, actually. She was one of the ghouls that was walking around on that hayride. I do hope that I got the year right, but that is what I remember. And what I remember are long, long, long lines. And I believe that back then anyway, that it was included with the park admission price. And doing this math again, that might have actually been 5 things, but I had my amps go all the way up to 11, kind of like Spinal Tap. Man, I gotta see that new one as well, so that was a +1. So let's see here, there's a couple of ways that you can go about this. First and foremost, if you are looking to go to the park for the day, admission does start as low as it says here, $39. Which isn't really so bad, but I want you to keep in mind that there is the parking fee that is now up to $40, and there are 2 different options for the Fright Fest pass. There is a $35 pass, and then I believe I saw that there was somewhat of a flash pass for $65. This is on top of the general park admission, so I actually got my first season's pass here in about a quarter of a century. Now, I don't live all that far away, which is kind of a bonus for me, but I do want to say there is a benefit if you are a season's pass holder and all that you're really looking to do is do the frights, a couple of coasters. You could actually get there a little bit later on, and if the weather isn't all that great, like on the days that I went, I discovered that they will not close due to a little bit of rain, believe it or not. And if it's not that cold outside, like I got really lucky. It really, at the time of this recording anyway, it really hasn't been all that bad. I don't know what the weather is going to be like when this comes out, but little bit of light rain, warmer weather, you can get there later. And you could guarantee that once it hits about 10 p.m., the lines are going to be a lot less. Maybe not complete skeletons of what they were, but certain things, especially where they are located, will have less of a line. And that right there is a huge benefit because the park closes at midnight. I mean, in this crazy post-COVID era, almost nothing is even open that late anymore. Remember Ghost Show back in the day? You go to a concert or you do something, there were the 24-hour diners. I mean, now you get out of there and there's things like Wawa. If anybody knows what that is around here, it's a convenience store, 7-Eleven. But generally, a lot of attractions, I mean, I don't even have like a bowling alley near me that is regularly open that late, maybe for special events and things like that. About the only thing that you could do late, where I live anyway, there is an awesome retro arcade called Yestercades. I'm going to shout that out, open until about 2 a.m. and a couple of pool halls. That's really about it. But to do something like this that has just so much, aside from the other haunts that are around, a theme park opening up and closing at 12 a.m., and there's so much to do, plus rides and coasters and things like that. It's such a huge benefit to go when the lines are smaller, but getting closer to Halloween, best beware. You know that people are going to be coming in droves to go, but as the weather gets colder, we'll have to see. It's always a gamble, no matter what. You never know what the rain's going to bring, you never know what the weather's going to be, and you never know how many people are going to be there. So I would just say, just kind of like stake it out before you go, do some research, and really see what you want to do. Because we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7 or 8, but 9 attractions, plus a couple of live shows and a ton of Halloween-themed everything, from actors that creep around, all the rides, and even near the concession stands. You have your clowns, you have your zombies, you have your pirates, you have your ghosts, you have your ghouls, you have people in masks. That also brings up another point. I did bring the Edgegrave family, and I did bring in that family, I do have a 5-year-old son. They sell something called a Nobu flashing spider necklace. It's about $18. At first I looked at this thing and I'm like, who's going to buy this? Now, my little Zachy, he could handle a lot, but when you're not behind the safety of your iPad or your screen and you're actually there, he was pretty freaked out and scared. So this necklace that you get, it flashes, you just hold it up, and there is a no boo code where the ghouls will not come near you. That is such a huge benefit. It's great for kids. It's great for somebody that doesn't want the scary, but still kind of wants the spooky. So, all right, here is what we had this year, and special shout out to BioShock Bill for joining in on the fun here. We had a Conjuring universe. This is something that I did, and Ghost Joe, I really appreciated how atmospheric that this one was. You get to see the Annabelle doll, and it was done very tastefully, might I add. But the nun does appear and jumps out at you. And I was really fooled because there were several fake nuns, and one of them happened to be real. I really appreciated that one. I also did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The house was really cool for that one, and all the atmospheric stuff with all the dead meat. But Leatherface was a kid, and honestly, he was kind of looked really nice, like a nice guy, but he had the chainsaw. There was Trick or Treat. That one, it's so cool that Warner Brothers has the license to all this stuff, and I like that one, but that one was a really kind of a quick one. We have Army of the Dead. My wife and BioShock Bill did like that one. You have your clowns, the Big Top Terror. That's presented by M&M's. The Witch's Reflection I did not do, but I heard that one was all right. A lot of people coming out of there, and from my family. You have an asylum. This I thought was super cool. This was like a traditional type of haunted house, actually. Reminded me of the Brighton Asylum here in New Jersey. The Wreck Cage. Guys, I gotta tell you, I went in there. It looked like an auto garage that was overrun by ghouls and zombies, maybe. It was the loudest thing. Now, I'm a pretty big metalhead, but they were like taking crowbars and banging on the metal walls and slamming dumpsters. Aye. That one was really, really loud. And we have Total Darkness, where you do walk around and it's a maze. If you don't like mazes and you want a little bit more scary, I don't want to say avoid that one, but definitely choose your battles. And don't forget to check out the Blade Drummers, which is a heavy metal band consisting of a sick guitar player, about 4 or 5 drummers using razor blades and fire. They even played System of a Down's Toxicity. And you also get your very own Cirque du Soleil type show in The Freak Show. Overall, the haunted vibe was really, really cool. I really enjoyed being greeted by a blood red fountain and a Pumpkin King type scarecrow towering over it with coffins that you can lie in and take pictures with. I would definitely say, like all these things go, theme parks, conventions, when there's a lot to do, just plan accordingly. Some of the attractions might feel a little bit short for the line that you are waiting on. Some of the attractions might not be as scary as others. I would definitely say just plan with your party what you want to do. There's always something nearby if somebody's just a little too scared. I really do appreciate the atmospheric effort that this park has. I think that it is competing with Universal Studios Horror Nights, as Warner Brothers does hold the license to some of these characters, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to do next year. Although the things that I really loved, only one of them was a real licensed item, like the Conjuring universe. The other stuff that I really enjoyed was sort of its own original Halloween scary thing. So If you just want to do one or two things, a haunted farm type of attraction might be for you. If you want to plan a whole day of frightfully good fun and be in the atmosphere and get some of this haunted stuff in, then this might be for you. That is the spooky season in general. It's the most ghoulishly wonderful time of the year. Back to you, Ghost Joe.
Thank you so much, Edgegrave, for that awesome review on Six Flags Fright Fest. Yeah, I actually went with my wife and my two kids last year, and it terrified my two daughters, and so they weren't really a fan of it. So we didn't decide to go this year and spend $1 million, for them to hate it. But hopefully one day they'll like it and continue to go, because I love going. Anyway, yeah, man. Also, one of the podcast's longest fans, his name was Vinny Gattens. He passed away, I'd gotta say, like 2 years ago now. And great guy. And he was actually in one of my first rock bands that I was with. And good guitar player, really nice guy. He actually won the contest that Six Flags had held, where you have to stay, I believe it was 24 hours in a coffin, and he won it. And he won that whole competition. And I believe he got to take home the coffin, and a few other things too, a few other cool prizes. And yeah, man, basically I think it was just bragging rights and stuff. So, rest in peace to a great fan of this podcast and just a really cool guy, Mr. Vinny Gattens. But thank you, Edgegrave, again. And back to your regular programming. So also, I mean, did you know that... all right, that's going to have to get edited out.
Oh, no. No.
No, we're editing. We are editing my screw-ups out, not your photograph thing.
That was pretty good, though.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah. It's the raccoon piss getting to my head.
No, but we have a whole bunch of other things too, guys, about haunted stuff that happened on movie sets, but we don't want to bring that. We're going to give you that in a whole nother episode, because that could be a whole other episode in itself. Haunted stuff that's happened on the set of, all different kinds of horror movies and all different kinds of movies too. So we'll definitely bring that to you guys soon, as well as some awesome interviews coming up as well. Yeah, so
very exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah, man. Season 6, bro.
No,
so we're in this, and we're in the middle of spooky season, bro.
I know. It's like we were late this year decorating. We usually it's our favorite holiday, like, to decorate. And we used to throw big Halloween parties and do things like that. We don't anymore, but we just got finished decorating today, and we have one of those big inflatable things.
Okay.
And we've had it for 5 years, and my youngest calls it Larry. It's a I don't know, 12 and a half foot tall, like, pumpkin reaper guy. And
okay,
today we had to bury Larry. Larry is no longer, he would not stand up on his own.
Oh no.
Yeah, we tried I almost went and bought him Viagra. He couldn't do it, man. He just
couldn't get it up.
Nah, he couldn't. We tried everything, man. We tried to, and Larry's like, nah, I can't anymore. So
I hear that.
Yeah, it sucked though, man, because we were always excited to put Larry up.
Right.
Larry was our dude, man, and he's gone now. He's gone.
Sorry. Yeah. We have a skeleton sitting out on a little bench outside of our house. I call him Frank.
Frank?
He's still there. He's still a skeleton. So, but we do have this 12-foot, one of those Home Depot 12-foot witches.
Yeah.
And I hate that stupid thing, man. I always screw it up whenever I put it together. Like last year, I broke a piece and I had to get it fixed. And then this year, I'm like, all right, I got it, right? And I put it all together in record time, and I was really happy. And some of the wires aren't connected, so it doesn't work. So it's just a witch, you know. And then the hat keeps flying off because it's been windy over here. You know, I live in Hudson Valley, so it's a valley, you know, surrounded by mountains. So it's very, very windy. So we gave up on all the blow up things, you know, because those things end up down the street, you know, no matter how hard we try.
Our favorite thing to do since last year, so we have 2 boxers. We have a male who is a year and a half now, and a female who's only like 4 months. So last year during Halloween, we took our male, who was, I don't know, not very old, 6 months old. We took him around the neighborhood, and my neighborhood goes all out on Halloween decorations. We have a, here's a funny story. We have a guy that used to dress up as Michael Myers, and he'd stand in our roundabout at the beginning of our neighborhood. And last year, this is how crazy HOAs are. Last year, someone called the police on him because he had a knife. And the police showed up and pulled their guns on him.
What?
On Halloween. And it was a big thing. They took him to the ground, they cuffed him, found out it was a fake. It was so stupid, dude. It's so insane. Either way.
That's crazy.
Last year we took my 6-month-old boxer around, and every little thing that he saw, he was freaked out by. This year we have the 4-month-old, and we walk both of them around the neighborhood. And my male boxer now, he's like not afraid of anything. You know what I mean? He's like, come on, let's get this on. You know, he's a total stud. and the little puppy hides behind him, like literally hides behind him and looks. And it's funny because he'll bark and the little one won't bark. She hides behind him. Every time he barks, she's like, what's going on? What's going on? But so that's our entertainment. We walk the boxers around the neighborhood and try to freak them out. And it's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, on Halloween night, my neighborhood is nuts, man. Like the entire block is all out, and I mean hundreds and hundreds of kids going around. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This year, I haven't even we haven't went to any Halloween things. You know, like last year we went to the Six Flags Frightfest, which actually Edgegrave Dave did a review about it. I'll probably play that on the next show that he did a review on Frightfest. So that's going to be awesome.
I always like his reviews, man. He does a great job.
Yeah. You know what? He really puts his heart into everything because he loves the horror genre. You know, like this is a guy, me and him have been watching horror movies since we were little kids together, going to Blockbuster Video and the local video stores and just grabbing some crazy, you know, horror movie off the wall and just like, let's see what this is about, you know?
Yeah.
And we caught some good ones, you know, like the Evil Dead series that I still say that's probably one of my favorite movies of all time is Evil Dead.
I have a kid named after Ash. So
there you go. I mean, you can't, you know, come on. Ash was the badass, man.
Yeah.
You can't get much more badass than Ash.
Ash was awesome.
The one where we were just like, what the F happened was when we got Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, yeah.
And the ending, we were like, what the, you know, like, what the hell did we just watch?
Yeah, there's some good ones out there.
I mean, the movie was kind of slow moving and we're like, it's not there. And then the ending was just like, what the hell just happened? What did we just see?
I love stuff like, see, we have very different tastes in horror movies though. You like the B stuff and I which sometimes I don't mind, but I'm more of a show me something like that messes me up mentally. I like the psychological stuff, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not for the, I don't know.
Yeah,
some of it's okay, but
I don't like to think too much, man. Like I just want to watch the movie and see Jason hacking up people. You know, I'm like, I'm good with that. let's see how many people Jason could kill in this movie, or except for Saw. I've never been a big fan of Saw, except for the first one. The first one was monumental.
Yeah, it was good.
But all the other ones, I'm like, all right. So he had to jump into a Olympic-sized pool of hypodermic needles. Okay, terrific.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy. Yeah,
but some of it's cool. But yeah, no, I do like a lot of the B stuff. I love the found footage stuff is some of my favorite stuff too.
Bro, tell me you watched John Dies in the End, right? You've watched that now, right?
I've heard of it.
I know because I told you about it.
Well, and I've been telling you about Grave Encounters.
All right, let's make a deal right now.
Okay.
All right. I'll watch Grave Encounters. You watch John Dies in the End. We got to
fine.
Pinky promise on this stuff before we record the next time, and then we'll compare that.
Okay. I'm good with that. I will watch it.
Do a virtual shake. Virtual shake.
There you go. Okay. There you go.
Fatty Arbuckle better be in that bitch, or I'm not going to watch it.
Well, a fake Zach Bagans is in it, so
I know that's going to be worth it. I've been putting it off.
That's totally worth it, man. Just it's hysterical. That movie is just great. So you're going to like that.
I'll watch it this week. Have you seen Hereditary?
I have not, and I've heard so many good things about it.
Dude, it is literally one of my it's up there. It's top. It's so good.
I've heard that.
It's so good. It blew my mind. That movie blew my mind. There were so many things in that movie that I was not expecting that happened, and I was like, "What? What just happened? Oh my goodness!" And I love when movies do that to me. When movies throw me that curveball, and this one had so many curveballs that I'm like, "Okay, all right, I dig this. I like this."
You know what it is? It's like I don't go for movies like. If it's called Hereditary, like if it was called like Hereditary of the Dead or like Night of the Hereditary or The Possession of Hereditary, I'd probably watch it right away, but something that like, I don't even know what hereditary means, I'm not very smart, sir. So I'm like, I don't even know. Like, it sounds boring to me just from the title.
It's so
but
good.
I heard it's a really good movie.
It's so good.
I have heard like, if you're a horror movie person, like everybody puts that like at the top of like the horror movie list.
Yes,
of course, The Exorcist is always number one.
Of course.
But Hereditary is always like usually it's top 5.
So what's your go-to Halloween you have to watch movie?
Ah, man.
There's one that I have to watch every single year.
I don't know. I know one year I watched Leprechaun on Halloween.
Oh, dude, yeah. The original Leprechaun was so good.
Yeah. I mean, Jennifer Aniston,
and she was wearing LA Gears, which was crazy.
Yeah. And just the whole aspect of it is just funny as hell, but awesome at the same time, but no, I'd probably say honestly, and maybe I won't get a lot of people liking this. I never really cared for the original Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I prefer the Rob Zombie Halloween.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Before that, the original Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like the guy that played Michael Myers, I forget, Tyler Mane, I think his name was a monster, bro.
Yeah.
Like that dude was gigantic.
Yeah.
And to me, it kind of, it made it more realistic in a way because like, all right, well, I could see this guy getting shot and still being okay.
Yeah.
Because he's a freaking monster, Whereas like the original Michael Myers, you're like, all right, he just fell out of a window and he disappeared after, but if you saw like a 7-foot dude fall out of a window, you're like, yeah, I could kind of see that, that he'd be okay,
Yeah, midget falls out of the window, nothing, you're like, oh, it's a midget. Are you even allowed to say midget anymore? But,
I
a
don't know.
giant falls out of the window. You're like, oh,
And now we've lost all of our midget audience, if we had any.
I'm right
So
there
now
with them.
Canadians and midgets, we don't have any.
I'm right.
Thanks.
We have no Canadian midgets listening to our show anymore. Just saying. But anyway, we're canceled again. And that's okay.
I mean,
We'll just keep
and
talking.
it's season 6, episode 1, and we're canceled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what the hell?
We like to do that. We like to get canceled.
Cancel culture, what the hell?
My movie that I have to watch every single Halloween, or it's not Halloween. It's like Christmas. I have to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation every Christmas, or it's not Christmas.
Okay, yeah,
So
I get that.
for Halloween, my Pet Cemetery, the original Pet Cemetery,
Pet Cemetery.
man, I'm telling you, like, here's the thing about Pet Cemetery. And Stephen King was really good at this in Pet Cemetery. He touched me in this like human way, like that was scary because you're a parent, that if something like that happened to your kid, you would take every single chance you had to get that kid back, right? No matter what.
Yeah.
And that's what makes
Yeah.
that's what makes it so scary is that anybody would do that for their family. You know what I mean? Anybody would do that and they take that chance. And that's what makes it real to me. And when it's scary and real, then I'm like, I'm in. I'm in.
And it's funny because the first time I saw that movie, I was probably in my 20s at the time. Like, I didn't see that one. That was one of the ones that kind of skated by, when I was a kid for some reason. And I had seen that probably in my 20s. And when I tell you, like, in my 20s, I had already seen like 100 horror movies, That movie scared the crap out of me. That movie is a sleeper, bro. Like, that movie is really scary.
Yeah, it gets you in that. It gets you in that human way. It really gets you in that down, deep, dirty, like human way, man. Where you're like, damn, like, of course, yeah, I would do that in a second. I'd do that in a second.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I know in the new one, I haven't seen the remake of
Terrible.
it. I heard they changed the kid. It's not the little kid anymore. It's the older one now that they killed off or whatever.
Don't mess with classics like that, man. Just if you're gonna remake the movie, you remake the movie. Don't put a stupid artistic spin on it. I don't want that, man. I want you to modernize my classic. That's it.
Right. I did, however, like the Amityville Horror remake. I was okay with that.
With Ryan
Reynolds, yeah. I did kind of like that because he's just crazy enough to make that role work.
Yeah. Yeah, I was good.
And yeah, I enjoyed that one. I thought that one was probably one of the better remakes that had come out. The Nightmare on Elm Street one was absolutely horrendous.
Yeah, it was not good.
Mainly I didn't like it because, now mind you, we all kind of knew when in the original Nightmare on Elm Street that when Nancy's mother said he was a filthy child murderer, like, you kind of get what she meant by that.
Yep.
But in the remake, they really harped on the fact that he molested children,
Right.
And I'm like, all right, this is going a little too far into this. Like this is a little too much.
Yeah. Yeah, when you put that, that's again, if you put that little spin on something that's people hold as a classic, you know what I mean? It really, like, I don't know, it really does it. Like, for instance, if they were to remake National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, I probably wouldn't even watch it because you just don't mess with my movie. You know what I mean? That movie is perfection. Just don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Don't mess with it.
I love all the National Lampoon's movies. They were awesome. The European Vacation.
The new one was really good too.
Really? I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see the newest one?
No.
Oh my God, it was freaking hilarious, dude. It was
Really?
absolutely great. Yeah, it was great.
Vegas Vacation was good too. I enjoyed that one. I liked the because that had Ethan Embry. He's funny as hell. But no, I love. I mean, those are classics, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, I think we actually just added in a new Christmas movie into the thing. What was it? The Christmas Chronicles.
Oh yeah.
I think that's Kurt Russell.
Yeah, we've watched that.
That was a really good movie, man. That was really good.
Kurt Russell's amazing, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that. I think we have some kind of unhealthy relationship about Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not Christmas though. It's not even Halloween. I didn't even get a Halloween costume yet. Okay, and we have a little Halloween get together here every Halloween. We invite, all of my kids' friends and their families and stuff. And last year I dressed up as Axl Rose.
Nice.
Right. Yeah, and I was pretty good, man. I looked pretty good. This year I was thinking about doing Ozzy.
Yeah.
Just to give him a little, a little tribute. But I don't know. My original thought was Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, dude, that would be great. I would pay to see that. I'd pay to see that. That would be amazing.
But my thing is, if I can't do it like perfect, I'm not going to do it. So if I can't,
you're going to end up looking like Frankenstein instead.
But not only that, well, yeah, but if I can't do the voice, like like that I don't know, I won't do it, man. I have to be able to do the voice.
Yeah.
And then like when everybody's like, we'll be walking around and stuff, and they'll be like, "Oh, trick or treat. You said the magic word." And you can't put it past me because I'll do stupid stuff like that just for the hell of it, because I like seeing people look at me weird for some reason.
Me too.
I don't know.
Last year I dressed up as
why the hell
my
not?
neighbor.
You dressed up as your neighbor?
Yeah. He's obsessed with cornhole. The game, not the...
Oh, the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying.
He's obsessed. He's got a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old who are both nationally ranked. They're really good. And all they do all day is play cornhole out front. And, people in the South wear visors. I'm from the North. I don't wear visors. So I borrowed one of his visors and made a cornhole shirt and set up cornhole bags and all that stuff and dressed up like him. And he drinks White Claws because everybody in the South drinks White Claws. And when he drinks White Claws, his wife calls him Becky because he's drinking girl stuff. It's really funny. So I bought a White Claw and put
White Claws the other day.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on.
I put Becky juice on my White Claw that I bought and walked around, and he knew immediately who I was, and he thought it was absolutely hilarious. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
So if anybody has any suggestions for me, because this episode is going to come out in a couple of days, right? If anybody has any suggestions that you think I could get now, mind you, it's already freaking the middle of October, so I don't even know if I could get, well, Amazon pretty much has everything, so I'm sure I could get something pretty quick. But what do you guys think I should dress up as? Remember, I'm kind of a bigger guy, you know what I mean? Like I can't pull off, but then again, at the same time, it'd be kind of funny to dress up as a skinny character, even though I'm not skinny. So I don't know, man. I was thinking all sorts of things like Andre the Giant, stuff like that, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Somebody asked me yesterday, like, so what are you going to, because one of the guys that came last year, the two guys, two of the fathers that came last year, one of them dressed up as a troll.
Nice.
Which was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And he's a very even-keeled kind of guy. Like you would never think that he would have dressed up at all, and he comes in dressed up as like a freaking troll. Like, holy crap, And then another guy dressed up as the Joker, and I was Axl Rose. So I'm like, I got to do better this year. I gotta beat the troll,
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm still thinking about it, but it's getting close now. It's already almost the 15th. It's getting close. I got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Well, 1 year we have 6 kids, my wife and I. And 1 year we dressed up as Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs because I'm short. I'm only like 5'6". Even though my wife says I'm 5'5", she's a liar. I'm 5'6". And yeah, we pulled it off, bro. We were Snow White and the 7 Dwarves, and it was absolutely hilarious.
Which one were you? Grumpy? Were you grumpy?
Yeah, actually, that's what she said I was. You know, I don't believe her, but yeah, if I can find the picture, I'll send it to you. You'll like that. We're way off topic, by the way.
Yeah, totally off topic. And we're like way past an hour and all that. So again, if you have any paranormal experiences or whatever that you'd like to share, hit us up, 845-600-0744, ghostjoeny@gmail.com, and check us out on warpedrealityparanormal.com, where you'll find a whole bunch of cool paranormal stuff. And check us out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all that great stuff. We're always on there. The Get Haunted Paranormal Network on Facebook. We have our show on Friday nights there. It's a repeat of our weekly, paranormal podcast. But somebody's always on there to answer questions and stuff. And they have awesome stuff there as well. So definitely check that out. And yeah, man. So I guess we're going to call it for this week. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace. Later, everybody. Thank you for listening to the Warp Reality Paranormal Podcast, and thank you to all of my guests and contributors that help make this show possible. If you have a paranormal experience you'd like to share, questions, comments, or you'd like to be a guest in the show, please leave me a voicemail at 845-600-0744, or you can email me at ghostjoeny@gmail.com. You can do so anonymously if you'd like. Also, please check out our show notes for all social media links of this show and some of our friends. The Warp Reality Paranormal Podcast, uncovering the unseen.